Let's call this meeting to order, Commissioners Court meeting, March 10th, 2026. Let's all rise for the invocation, please. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your blessings, Lord. We ask for strength and wisdom as we go about the business of the county. We ask, Lord, to give us some rain. Sure is dry, sure could lose some rain, Lord. Thank you for all you provide. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag, and I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. One indivisible. All right, good morning, everybody. Hello to our commissioner from Presidio County, Deidre Heisler. Welcome. I'm not sure why you want more reviews. You already have it.
Thanks for having me. I learned so much here.
We're called the Rocket Docket. We move fast. So be ready. All right, public comments this morning. Any public comments? I've skipped that. I'm sorry. Let's do the Commissioners Court meeting minutes of February 24th.
Move to approve as presented.
I'll second.
Motion to approve, second discussion. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No opposed. All right, now public comments. Anybody? Compliments to me, criticisms to Ruben.
I received a postcard from Mrs. From Ms. He's Smith
Yes.
out of she lives on
Lone Star Mine.
Mine Road.
Okay.
And she sent us a thank you card for taking care of that 3 mile stretch.
Okay, so, all right, nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, good. I mean, we very rarely get those. That's good.
And then I got another text from the couple that lived on the edge at the end of Bill Moss,
Mm-hmm,
Morlocks. They
Yeah.
also commented on
good.
thanking the crew for taking care of that.
You might want to laminate that and put it in your office.
Sure.
I said, you might want to laminate that, put it in your office. You ain't got to get more. You only gonna get one of those in your lifetime. That's good. Thank you. All right. Any other recognitions, announcements? Anything going down there? St. World, how about during Texas spring break? Lots of people.
Lots of people.
Gas is expensive.
Linda was down there last night and she said it was a lot of people. Everything was crowded.
Yeah.
Restaurant wise.
There's a lot of
That's
cars
good.
on the road.
You know, our businesses need a good year this year. Particularly in light of the Jesus closing and the border wall. So.
And then the railroad's coming through with a tie game. So on top of everything that the traffic that up on it has, the rest of it got filled up by the railroad.
I was in Brewster this weekend. I saw all those cars. I thought Gage was having a party, but that's all railroad work.
That's all the tie game.
Wow.
What, they're completely replacing that track. Is that what they're doing?
They're putting in new cross ties for, I guess from here all the way to, I seen the cross ties all the way to Tesla, so.
What do they do with the old ones?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
They pick them up, they usually have a contractor that buys them, and then sometimes it depends on where they're at, how hard they are to get to you, they might give it to you. They usually give you, they put them on the offside, so they usually, the ones they give you is one of the rails like this high.
Well, maybe, I don't know, the county could probably use it, stack up, maybe, I don't know, would we ever use it for anything?
But those are pretty good, so.
Yeah. Always nice to have them, you never know when you need a railroad tie. All right, if there's no other recognitions and announcements, let's go to the City of Alpines. Mr. Stevens.
Thanks, Judge. Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Good. We've got 6 quick items to cover. One, as you notice, we finally got Holland Avenue repaved and opened back up. So that's good news. Took us a while to get the asphalt plant.
Just out of curiosity, was it curing of the concrete or what was it?
Waiting for the asphalt plant. So they only do a run of 300 yards or more, and we only needed 12. So we had to wait for someone else to come to the big order and peel off 10 off the top, get that closed up. So, because we're ready after 7 days. Normally you want to cure after 28 days, but 7 days is fine. 5 items from a city council meeting. Big item discussion is infrastructure, particularly water in the southeast side of town. We had a plan put in place with Jacob and Martin. We were not satisfied with that plan, so we went back to ground zero. We spent considerable time at city council looking at the options. We're still waiting for them to come back with a final recommendation before we get all that worked. I think what we're ended up doing is there's a pump station between what we call the lower hill tank. So that's the lower tank and upper hill tank. That was put in a number of years ago. It's never operated properly. We're about to dig it up, get that operating. If we can do that, we can get pressure up to the top of upper hill. That'll provide enough water pressure in the short term. And then we've got a longer term plan that we set aside $1 million to go off and do. So that was a big item of discussion. A second item of importance, I think, just from information is we're getting ready to negotiate the Alpine Country Club 10-year lease, what they have with them. We've been very satisfied with them operating the golf course, so I don't see any problems with that, but we started that process. It gets renewed in June. As you know, we've been working on the new city logo, had more discussions on that. We went into, I'd say, round number 4. We'll look at it the next city council meeting, really focusing on dark skies. So I think all that's put in place. And Judge, I know the discussion about having a place close to the city for dark sky. I've already worked in terms of the airport. If there's any issues in terms of airplanes coming in, we'll put a NOTAM on our AWAS so that pilots know to stay away if there's something going on that venue that night. Of course, as you discussed, the border wall, we passed a resolution to City Council on Tuesday. We had a resolution on file. We actually modified it, said, hey, we understand from a security standpoint, deal with technology. From a personal standpoint, I was involved in Homeland Security back in 2002. The technology is easily available there with it's called charge coupled device TV cameras, IR sensors, ground sensors. They don't need a wall at that location. So that's what we sent in. And I know everyone's been working on that. I saw the article in the paper last week that says the feds have looked and said, hey, putting a wall up does not make sense in that particular part of the Big Bend area. Last major item from the community standpoint, the pool, we approved funding of $337,000 to go put a 60 mil liner in our pool. We will get that started here. Supposed to deliver in about 4 weeks. It'll take about 3 weeks to install, get her filled back up. We'll be open for the summer session. So we're all excited and looking forward to that.
I mean, my liner, it's like a rubber liner.
It is a rubber polyurethane liner. It's got a 10-year guarantee. Liners for pools come at 3 mil, 5 mil, 10 mil, or up to 60 mils. We went with 60 mils.
Oh, wow.
So we went with the max. And I think I mentioned before, we're losing about 20,000 gallons of water a day out of the pool. So that will stop that problem, save that amount of water, over 1 million gallons of water a year, but we'll be able to get it open and it should work well. We're also replacing the filter and a number of items to bring it up so it's a really quality pool for people to use.
Tell us what's happening. Y'all bought that property right there next to
The corner of
Holland and Fifth.
yeah, right.
Yes, sir. So we purchased that. We should close within the next week or 2 on that. Primarily reason purchasing it, and we purchased out of our hotel occupancy tax funds because we will put a visitor center extension there. There's a bathroom there. The previous owner pulled the trailer out, but we've got some plans for that to be able to support us long term. I jokingly said we should have bought it 5 years ago when it was up for sale then. We paid a little bit of a premium on it. But I think it's the right thing from a tourism standpoint because we are a tourist town and it's a great opportunity. To be able
It's
to
not
use
going to take place in your other tourist.
Not at all.
places.
No, it's an extension.
Like a pop-up.
No, it's a pop-up with all the events we have going on. We have access to that. And there's a whole number of things that Chris Ruggia and Heather Yaden are looking at using that for.
Any word on what's happening with the burned out fire space?
We've heard nothing at all. I talked to Jessica Isley about every week and I asked her, we've not seen any plans for that yet or not. I just wish they would get rolling on that because it's a disappointing for
I
us.
asked because everybody asked me like I'm supposed to know.
I know and they asked me too. And it's, the owner purchased it. We're waiting to see plans. We've not seen any plans yet at all.
the corner lot. The murals will remain intact for photography and everything.
So that's one of the reasons we purchased it. We want to make sure the murals did in fact stay intact and no one was going to build them and cover it up. And that opened it up and use it for access. So I think it's be a great venue. We're talking about potential for, movie nights, sitting down there, put a movie on the side of the building. Particularly as we get into spring and summertime, it should just be a nice open air area. And no, we want to keep those murals open. There is a bathroom there. We'll operate the bathroom in the same hours that we do in our normal visitor center, open during the day so tourists can use it.
Right. Any other questions for Rick?
I asked mine.
We're gonna come back to crematorium.
Yeah. And thanks for having that on the agenda.
Yeah, no problem.
So thank you.
All right. All right, let's do number 8A, review and discuss and take action to approve a resolution in support of increased funding for county road maintenance. If you guys will look at that resolution, this is coming out of one of my colleagues. I think I'm not sure what county he's in. This is going to go to the legislature in 27. They have not raised they've raised it, but they haven't allocated any more of the Texas motor fuels tax to the counties than they did 20-something years ago. And so this is an appeal by the counties to see if the legislature will slide some more money over to county road improvements, which I 100% support. And so my suggestion is that we enter into this with all the other counties and express our support for reallocating the motor fuels tax to the county.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion is second. Any discussion?
Was that 1/20th or 5%, not on 20th?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're missing an E there, aren't we? I'll fix that. On 20th. All right, motion is second. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Item B is a Bravo, review, discuss, and take action to approve bonds and oaths for bookkeeper and deputy. It's really not the bookkeeper, it's assistant treasurer and deputy district clerk. These are just bonds.
Deputy treasurer.
Deputy treasurer, okay. It's not bookkeeper.
Her email's misleading.
These are just routine bonds that have to be in place and we just have to approve them.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion is second to approve the bonds and oaths for the deputy treasurer and the deputy district clerk. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item C, this is ratification approval of the following agreements. All of these agreements have come up. Where we spent a little extra time this year revising the agreements because what I found was they were a copy of a copy of a copy of a second copy. And by the time you read it, you couldn't understand it. So we revised them. Everything's in good shape. We're waiting on W-9s from some of the cemeteries and then everybody can get their money. Some have gotten their money, some have not, but I just need approval for these agreements.
Second.
Motion is second for the approve the agreements. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you all. All right, item D is in Delta, review, discuss, and take action regarding a resolution opposing the construction of a physical wall in the Big Bend. This is just following what everybody else has pretty much done. This mirrors what the city has done and then all the other counties. The idea would be we approve, and then I think the county judges will, once everybody's approved, you guys, then we'll do a joint resolution echoing it on behalf of the 5 or 6 county area saying, hey, y'all know that the update last week is that they seem to be moving towards a technology solution as opposed to a physical wall. But I don't know that. And I don't think our foot needs to get off the pedal yet. It's kind of my reaction. I think we need to keep.
They just changed the color of the line on the map. They could change it back again just as easily.
Yeah. I will say that there was a meeting with the governor's office on Thursday that went very well with the right people. Governor totally understands. The governor's ready to visit this area, which I think is about time. So we welcome the governor to come out and see what we've got. They have not taken it to the White House at this point for some political reasons. The White House is a little preoccupied now with the war in Iran, and there's a new Homeland Security that probably needs some time. I think that's the concern, is we don't know what this new guy's going to do. And so at the very least it's delayed. Hopefully it's delayed forever or killed, but my vote would be we continue to support the resolution. to oppose a physical wall.
For sure.
Long-winded
It
answer
is
to that.
long.
I have to wonder if these people ever been out here
No,
to even see it.
No.
you know, I talked to a contractor one day when this was all blowing up, and he was asking me questions about the Big Bend, you know? And I realized that he was sitting in Wyoming and had never been down here. He said, I've always wanted to go down there. I said, wait a minute, you're asking me questions about this area? You haven't been here? He goes, no, I'm just looking at it on the map. So, anyway, I entertain a motion.
Someone,
Second.
Motion second to support a resolution opposing a physical wall in Big Bend. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
And, Jeff Morrow wants to be on record that he's in favor of the resolution to.
We'll send,
Judge Hamilton,
yes,
is this gonna be the same thing I'm seeing tomorrow? We haven't seen one yet. Your resolution
yeah,
for all the judges.
yeah, it looks like everybody, Joe, I sent Joe ours,
Okay,
and you just gotta change it to Presidio County, of course, but,
and I've done that. So, okay, I just wanted to make sure.
yes, it'll be the same. And that way we all look alike. I just,
Absolutely.
the city was kind enough to write theirs first, and I just plagiarized it. Hope that's okay. It's public information, so.
And the city of Marfa, I think, plagiarized off of the city of Marfa, and they're gonna be attacking theirs. Yeah.
All right, item E, review and discuss and take action on a mutual aid agreement between the Isleta Pueblo. The Isleta Pueblo has a place out there in Presidio County. They asked us if we would enter into a mutual aid agreement in the event there was some sort of wildland fire. And I told them that we would certainly help them out if that ever came up. Most likely would be Jeff Davis in Presidio first, and then Brewster County last. James went out there last week and spent some time out there. They got a nice little place out there. If you've never been out there, it's out there by the Prada store.
Mhm.
So you've seen the sign that says hay for sale? That's the Pueblo's operation. They farm that and sell hay. So I'd entertain a motion to accept this mutual aid agreement.
Someone,
Second.
All right, motion and a
You
second.
get one.
up to me.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. I'm gonna skip 9 for right now. We're moving pretty fast, and okay. Let's skip 9 for right now. I thought the regional hospital district was gonna be here to give us a discussion, but we'll skip that. Number 10, review, discuss and take action on the following roof repair projects. We have 2 projects. Ruben and I kind of, Ruben actually spearheaded getting somebody to give us a quote on the roof here at the courthouse and the roof at the Marathon jail, the old jail. It was historic, both of them historic, of course. They came out, gave us 2 quotes. This would come out of historical preservation fund, which we have sufficient funds to accommodate this. They can have the courthouse roof done in about 3 weeks. The complicating thing is it's real tricky up there. You're gonna have to have some lifts and there's odd angles, so forth. Made a few phone calls to some people here in town that use these guys. Have been around a long time. And I got nothing but glowing reviews for the quality of their work and their follow-up. The most recent one they did was Catherine Parker's roof out there when it blew off last year at the main hotel. So she was very pleased with them. And she said she had a couple little sniggling things that came right out and made it right. So they provide us insurance, covers us on workers' comp and liability insurance. They'll haul off all the old metal and put in, it'll look just like what we got now. No open seams, no open screws. So everything's tucked in, whatever you seamless. So, do we need it right now? No, but our metal's really thin up there. And this is more of a preventative thing than it is a wait till it leaks and then floods the courthouse.
No, I don't like that.
Thoughts?
I mean, I like it. I like the guys. They've done several jobs in America and very proud. He's been on television for 20 years or so.
Is he still a line?
I think that's him with the dog, with the black dog,
Right.
that smiles on TV for you.
Yeah, this was his son, I think, came, or son-in-law that came and saw me. Yeah.
Anyhow, make a motion to move forward on the proposals for the Marathon Jail and the Brewster County Courthouse. And it's coming out of,
Historical preservation.
yeah, historical preservation.
How much is in historical preservation?
Almost $500,000.
Okay, I'll second.
There's probably gonna be a few, the ladies of the lawn are gonna probably come in here pretty soon and smile big, and they probably wanna do some things to the courthouse, or not courthouse, but the yard,
Courthouse lawn.
car salon, so be ready for that.
And
That's
the
okay.
Gazebo's still on there, and there.
Gazebo's on there, and I am not touching that one with a 10-foot pole, so I told them if they wanna move the gazebo, they need to come in here and make a presentation to the full court about that one. One of them happens to be my wife, and that's why.
It's amazing how many people like that.
I know, there's part of it needs to be fixed. It's ratty looking, so it needs to either be repaired and fixed, but they've got proof that is not what the gazebo originally was historically.
Right.
And so they want to knock it down, and we're on the gazebo because we're not there yet, but they want to knock it down and move it to a smaller one that's a little more handicap friendly.
Right.
I've been reluctant because it's like, all I see is dollar signs, but, anyway, I'm getting pushed, so we'll let them come talk to you. All right, I've got a motion on that. All right, do I have a second?
Yes.
Okay, motion is second to approve the roof repair on Marathon Jail, Brewster County Courthouse coming out of the Historical Preservation Fund. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thanks, guys. All right, number 11, review, discuss, and take action. We've been talking about this. I finally got it on the agenda. A contribution of $50,000 to the city for the purpose of purchasing a new crematorium, the animal shelter. This would be hinged on us working out an interlocal agreement that basically provides a place for us to take our strays, within reason. Obviously, you're full, you can't take any more, but we've been needing a place to do this. No sense in us building our own animal shelter. That makes no sense. So,
Well, we just need to get a new agreement. I mean,
clear it all up.
clear it all up. All that stuff happened 18 years, 19 years ago on a handshake, and people kind of forgotten. I haven't, because I was there, so.
You're the only one that was there. So anyway, I think they're putting it out for bid, or they got a bid, something like that.
So I followed up on our brief conversation this morning. We're going out for bid yet again. We've been talking about this for over a year. It's on our capital improvement plan. We get the RFP, response to the RFP back on the 20th of March, then we'll finalize it. It's about $100,000. We've got an agreement across council for an interlocal agreement. I think we're all set. I'm getting the draft put together. I'll bring it back for you all to take a look at and says, yep, this works. And I think we're ready to go. Appreciate you all doing it.
Well, now this agreement is for the crematorium. Where does the animals that are still alive fit into that?
Well, it should.
I hope to get it all fixed to where they're still accepting our animals. I mean, when we built the building, that's what we did. That was the agreement.
Mhm.
So that kind of has phased, and sometimes the new people stray from it. They just don't know.
Yeah, and when you say live animals, help me out.
Well, strays that are found, and right now there's been comments that they don't know where to take them if they find an animal halfway between here and Terlingua.
Okay. We've not talked about that at council, but I'll make sure we do.
Yeah, I mean, because that was the other problem, I guess, that we saw was the Alpine city is very strict about what animals they can take in.
Yeah, Rick, our original plan was that in return for the contribution, we could work out a formal agreement that we don't have a lot of strays.
Okay.
But when we do, you guys would take them in.
Okay. Well, I'll,
And I didn't know that because the lady that finally shut down her rescue thing was overwhelmed. She had nowhere to take them, and
Well, she meant well, but she got overwhelmed, and I mean, she was traveling 100-mile radius, trying to pick them everywhere, save the whole world and.
Ah.
Yeah, we're getting them from other counties.
Gotcha.
And that's not our intent.
No.
Yeah.
This is really come American Sterling.
Yes, yes, we're-
I don't think there've been any issues there at all, you know, in terms of all the, we have rules we put in place relative to strays. We pick them up, spay and neuter them, try and get them out for adoption. I don't know that we have euthanized any animals at all. We find them all homes. So it's just a question about what our population is, be able to work them. We fly some of them out. But there's enough support to be able to go work that.
Does he work with like the Jethro Homeward Bound and these other
Yep, we work with all of them.
organizations? Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
know your city facility is generally always full.
yep. So, but Jenna from the team worked really hard to help the animals all find homes. Yeah. And then for those getting the crematorium put in place, takes care of those that have passed and process them. We have our normal fee we charge for people who want to do individuals, or then we do the pool and work our way through.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't pay the motion.
Thanks.
Some of,
Second.
Motion a second to approve $50,000 contribution to the city of Alpine for the purchase of a new animal crematorium subject to the interlocal agreement. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, number 12, review, discuss, and take action to renew the lease agreement between Susan Combs and Brewster County. So, little history for those of you, Ruben knows this, but in 1935, 5 acres of what we call the Post Park or the Pena Colorado Park was donated. It was actually given by the Combs family to, it's interesting in the deed, it wasn't given to Brewster County, it was given to the county judge. And whoever sits in that seat owns that park. It's kind of strange. But anyway, and then over the years, that park was kind of, needed some room to expand. And so the Combs family added an additional 4.91 acres to the 5 acres. And we've been leasing that 4.91 acres for, since the 60s or early 70s at $20 a year. But that lease expired in 1999. So we've been a little behind on getting that updated. So this lease agreement will update our terms and agreements with them. Nothing really changes as long as it remains a public park by the county for the citizens of Brewster County. It's going to be there forever.
and I mean, as long as it's maintained, and when they see that it's not maintained, they have the option to take it back.
Correct. So we can't take water out of the pond. We can irrigate the trees and so forth. Well, we have. There's some signage requirements and some corner posts that we need to make sure they're in place. I went out there the other day and it was really nice. The guys have done a good job of painting and keeping the place clean. So this is an asset to our community and enjoyed by all. So I think we'll need to bring the back rent up. So I got about 25 years of back rent, which will be about $500, and then we'll be on the track for $20 a year there.
I went down there yesterday morning, mid-morning, and you remember that cartoon where that guy was duck hunting and he throws his rifle up to shoot, and when he does, there's all these guns show up from everywhere. No, there was that many people fishing yesterday. They were almost elbow to elbow all the way around the line.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen that many people.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't allow firearms out there, and they don't allow overnight camping.
And the fishing's catch and release?
No. I through the Friends of America boat, Friends of America Community Center, we stock it. Have been for a while. And the people somehow they know where to look, and the minute they throw them in there, they're waiting on they're unloading them over here, and people over here are fishing. You know, and it's pretty cool.
What are you stocking it with?
Rainbow trout and some hybrid catfish.
Well, we appreciate the Combs family and their commitment to the community. And it's very nice to have this little place to recreate. So entertain a motion to approve this lease.
So move.
So I will second the motion.
All right, motion is second to approve the lease between Susan Combs et al. Brewster County. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We'll get that taken care of. All right, number 13, we've got some salvage, still Brewster County junk. I got some windows and some old swinging doors and fencing that I'm gonna put up. We just had our last salvage, or our last auction, got 0 bids because it was junk. So we have satisfied the bid process and it will go to the dumpster now. The old stuff, not this stuff.
Roll top desk.
The roll top desk was, it won't go, that one won't go to the dumpster. But I think it got sold. I may be wrong.
I wanted to bid on it, but I forgot.
Make a motion to put the various windows and the swinging doors and fencing on the salvage list so we can get it.
Clean it up. All right, motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, let's do road and bridge.
We've been doing some, oil changes and general maintenance on the equipment. And we've also had to repair some hydraulic hoses on some of the very check on this. Gotten some of the, replacing or the people there from the parts, the baseball field too, so they're in town. Cutting down some of the tree encroachments. They're encroaching onto the road. We're moving some millings to Terlingua from the Alpine Valley.
What are you gonna use those on?
We're gonna use those probably on Fulcher Road. Those are my plans to use that on Fulcher Road. And then we have some that are going to the old, well, not the old, but the new fire station practice field towards the city water treatment plant. And do you?
I don't wanna put them on the back burner either, but the people in Toledo at Fulton Road need a lot of help. We need to get busy hauling it and laying out whatever we haul out, and even if it's a small increment where they see that that they're getting something,
Okay.
please.
Yep. So on the people that are supposed to come by and pick up the metal at the old fires,
I talked to him yesterday.
did you?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
He got all his licenses back.
they had their trailer with lights, all the tires on the trailer were going. Yeah, had thread. I was like, didn't have a floor on the trailer, but they were full of vehicles again. They're a nuisance, but you know what? They have been good for me in county as far as hauling stuff off.
And we're finishing up, got one gentleman finishing up Glass Mountain Road. And then he's come back through and do a little touch up on Mills Road, and then we'll probably park the maintainers for till the next rain. Then we'll start to get busy with trying to get everything prepped up for the paving season pretty quick. I hope.
Remember our first practice with the city would be to tackle that jail parking lot. Maybe we were gonna do a little practice, they'd say they'd help us, because it's gonna benefit them too, and that thing's, if nothing else, it just tells people that we take care of our property. That thing's still got so many potholes in there, you get lost in them. So anyway, that would be a good one to work together on.
Okay.
Whenever y'all work it out.
We had that discussion that morning on some of these corners that that'll really eat up real bad, and we're fixing to get some of this asphalt. We're gonna try to do an overlay on it and then come right back and shoot it with top and rock. I think it'll be better than what we're doing. What we're doing is not working. It's a temporary patch, and we're using up man hours and equipment or material that, I mean, it's helping, I guess, but it doesn't look as good as where I'd like to go with, where I'd like the county to go.
No permit requests. I do get asked a lot about the water at the cemetery. Who turns it on or who turns it off?
The association does,
The association does.
yes.
So the people that ask me about it, they need to ask the
They need to ask
association.
their association.
Okay. Well, that's all I have.
Any questions?
Oh, there's something else, Judge. The, up on the Veterans Edition, somebody has been moving material off of the windrow and using it for private use, but I have not found the culprit yet.
You were telling me about that yesterday.
What they do is they go in and they take the excess of the windrow. It's decent material. They're hauling it off and using it on
For their own
private
driveway.
property.
Okay, under this road and bridge, that sign machine that we have is a dinosaur.
It's gonna be one.
And we're having trouble getting stuff to make it work. I mean, it's been there as long as I have, so.
That's a long time.
Yes, sir.
I talked to a guy, he's a vendor, you see him at the commissioner's things. I'm wondering if we just be easier just to go for the sign. As we, or do you want to make them yourself?
You showed me
I have
pictures
some
of the
pictures of
window.
the dirt out there.
No, you're away.
I'm not opposed to either, just figure out what,
That's the way we'll go.
yeah, it might be easier to buy them made than to make them, but,
Let me talk to that vendor, or maybe you and I can have a conference with him
okay.
and see what they have to offer. Because one thing about them is they can do different sizes. You know, like all those signs out of Double Diamond. They're wind sails. They're gone because they fly off. We need it up, you know, so let's talk more about that.
And reflectivity is important too.
Well, and you know, then there people starting to steal them again. And so I'm getting a lot of phone calls over their signs being gone. And they're thinking that, they're telling me that we're picking them up, and I'm like, no, sir. This is somebody else picking them up.
We had a rash of my place.
Yeah.
People were stealing. Rick, are you seeing people steal signs in the city?
Anyway, so I guess figure out what a machine costs, and then we decide whether,
We want to make it ourselves
or sub it out to somebody to buy them.
I just comment, cameras work really well. I just buy your cameras. I put them on cell service. I just move around job to job. We got a hotspot, put a camera up, get your real-time footage, and go after the culprit. They're very expensive.
By the way, on update, I'll bring it into court for us to look at, but we can do our own pesticide treatment for the county. It will require us to get it's called a political subdivision license at $75 a year. And then we would send a couple of guys to training to learn how to apply it. And then we could buy all that wholesale and spray it ourselves. So I think at the end of the day, it's probably gonna save us money if we do.
Oh, you know it.
And then we can stay on top of it. Everybody can stay on top of it. Anyway, all right, anything else?
No, sir, that's it.
All right, let's move on to emergency management. James?
Good morning.
Morning.
So we talked to the Ysleta tribe about the interoperability thing. That went really well. What they're gonna do, from what I gathered, Mr. Wilkes is the Tatum radio guy. He's gonna come and do a overall view of all of our radio stations. and our antennas and our consoles and all that and everything. If I get that right, he's gonna come out here, he's gonna give us an assessment of what's needed and what is gonna move, what we need to do to move forward. And the Isleta tribe they're talking about putting an antenna out there on one of their big mountains, so you have better interoperability with a bunch of the different connections. So that was a pretty cool little meeting. Which took 4 hours.
Why don't we do C real quick for you, burn ban?
Okay, burn ban, I moved it up to July, partially because nothing's gonna change, and between these months, statistically, over the last couple of years, it's been our driest months. So instead of coming back every single month and saying, hey, we need to extend this, just keep it, because it's gonna be the dry months. And with that, everything still stays the same. If someone wants to do a prescribed burn or a controlled burn, call me, coordinate it, and we'll work through it.
That's correct. Let's just.
Make a motion to modify that burn ban from March 13th through July 1st.
Motion and second to extend burn ban to July 1st. Discussion.
Did you pick July 1st because of the length of time you could extend the ban?
Yep.
So we still got to deal with July 4th.
And when that comes around, you'll get another burn ban and a firework ban too. So a twofer.
All right, motion and second. If there's no further discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. No opposed. All right, let's talk about item 15B. You guys asked us to go back and take a look at James's pickup truck. And so we went back to Enterprise. They quickly found us a F-250 26 model, which is only about $4,000 more than that low to the ground thing y'all didn't want to buy, which was good. That was a good decision. And so
We went from an Interceptor to F-150.
yeah.
We're getting a helicopter the next time.
All right.
No, not really.
So the truck is back, by the way, and ready. Where is that truck?
That's the mechanic.
At the mechanic. Okay.
He already kind of looked at it, and we'll have a quote on it pretty quick.
James, how much you'll have to do a few, you can take some of the equipment off of the old truck, put it on the new truck. But you can't take all of it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we're going to give that truck to Brad or not. Once it gets fixed, because he could really use a vehicle, and that'd be a good vehicle for him.
His old Suburban's wore out, the one we gave him years ago.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have to take any equipment out, and everything would be ready. And
No, I just didn't want to delete it.
Could we consider giving it to American? Okay. Then we would just give it as is then, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, the reason I ask is we need to allocate the purchase in a little bit more for you to put the new equipment in yours.
okay,
Because all we've got on here is the purchase price of the truck, so we need to add a little extra to cover a grill guard.
regarding all that stuff. Yeah,
You don't need all
all the
the
super
$1 million
bells.
lights.
No.
I mean, you need some, but
No, so I was talking to Dave Lewis yesterday, and he was telling me he was going to need a new radio for it. We could probably get a refurb one from
Kenneth.
Okay. Lights, we're going to cut the lights back a little bit, so I just got top lights back, just four corners, and not all the way around like the old way.
Yeah.
And the Starlink.
You already have a Starlink, right?
Yes.
You're just gonna transfer it over, right? Okay, so we don't have to buy that.
Nope.
Okay, so a radio, grill guard, some
And lights.
lighting,
And that's it.
and that's it. Well, you're gonna need a bed cover too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Aren't
If
you gonna
it,
want a bed cover?
if it doesn't come with, or a camper shell or one of the two, whichever's cheaper.
Well, bed cover will be cheaper, but
I prefer the camper shell because it protects the back a little bit better than the cover does. Covered leak. Camper shell's a little bit more protected.
4 or 5 grand.
I'm sure. Here's what he wants. Here's what type.
I mean, okay with that.
Those bed things that have the pull-out drawers, they're not watertight either.
No. I learned that the hard way.
A camper shell probably makes sense. He's right. And that way it's not leaking through the bed, getting your stuff wet. All right, why don't we allocate the purchase price of the truck and let's say an additional up to $10,000. I don't think we'll spend that, but give us some room to get that thing ready to go. And then we'll give, you want to come in on a different court to give the truck. It's really not on the agenda, so we'll bring it in.
And the truck's already wired for the Starlink. So all Brad has to do is just plug it in if he gets Starlink. He doesn't have to worry about anything like that. So everything's ready for him.
I'd make a motion to purchase the truck as listed on the agenda, plus an additional $10,000 for equipment, accessories, for a total of whatever that is, $60,000.
So
I'll second.
Motion second, discussion. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
New truck.
that's all I have unless y'all have anything else for me.
Any other questions for James? Okay. All right, 16, Treasurer's Office.
I don't have anything to report today, sir.
Okay, all right. Number 17, Brewster County Comptroller,
Okay,
general bills.
so general bills, first packet is the receipt register. Those are the payments that we're making against items that we do have purchase orders. And the total is $32,381.49. And nothing unusual in those. They're pretty much standard bills against, like I said, against purchase orders. So any questions on that packet?
No, oh gosh, we
Oh,
did
no,
that
it
again.
didn't.
I'm sorry. Here, let me give you mine.
No, it's okay.
That's kind of,
Last time I printed it out, so I didn't.
well,
Was it right?
we need to check that and make sure it's not sideways. Yeah, it looks pretty straightforward. All right, I entertain a motion to accept the receipt register as presented.
So moved.
Okay,
I'll second, I guess we still got a quorum, okay.
Yeah, motion is second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, let's do without purchase
so
orders.
the next thing we're doing is payments without purchase orders. And a little bit unusual due to a slight change we needed to make this week. You have two packets, and those are gonna be labeled as accounts payable, no purchase orders, and then an accounts payable packet 2. On the first packet, the total is $41,612.45. And again, that packet is pretty straightforward.
Thank you, Rick.
And in the second packet, that amount is going to be $46,736.53.
All right, on that one packet, this is what we were talking about yesterday. Hey, there's the jury cash fund, $460.
Correct. I've got that reconciled. I need to send you a copy of that, but it is reconciled as of the end of September. And when we run that forward, then we'll make the change that we discussed and get that cash back in the bank.
So it goes in, comes out, goes in, comes out. Because, I mean, I get it if you were doing juries every day,
There's
then
no
that'd be,
point in having that cash sitting in the bank.
right.
No,
Just
I
goes,
agree.
yeah. Okay. Anybody have anything else? I asked about visit widget. That's Robert's visit widget.
I sent you a report on that,
Yeah.
so you can see the numbers and how we should look at it.
I was gonna ask about birth access, but I think I figured that out.
About what?
Birth access. I'm feeling it's birth certificate records.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, all right, I'd make a motion, we approve the payable register vendors with no POs, both packets.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. What's next?
Okay, the last one is the expense approval report.
Okay.
These are items that were paid that are recurring items between commissioners' courts. And the total on that is 126,089.93. Only unusually high item on that is going to be the payment of 79,145.65 to Emergent Air. That was to catch them up for 5 months. There was a miscommunication on whether we were waiting on a contract for them and the renewal. So we caught them up on that.
Hey, one quick question. What is 5061 Sheriff's Office?
Yes, sir.
All right, these are recurring expenses. Any questions? I entertain a motion for approving the recurring expenses.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, discussion. I keep forgetting to bring in paying off that cat. I'll do that next time. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, now budget amendments.
Budget amendments. We'll, I guess, start with the third one and go backward. The budget amendment 132 is going to be HIDA funds that were awarded for the purchase of a Tahoe for the canine. We met Milo last time. Milo needs better transportation. HIDA has allocated those funds and given us more funding, and that is specifically what it is for. The other line item adjustments we have, the small one from Robert is to cover a rate change that left his budget for some advertising about $258 short. And the third one is a line item from legal fees to claims payment. And that is to move $6,000 for the payment of a cash bond that needs to be reimbursed to the remitter.
Let me bring up two things to the court on the first one at the very bottom. So on our HIDA grants, all of our grants for law enforcement are reimbursable grants, which means we pay for it and then we send them a invoice and they reimburse us. They are way behind. They've had some personnel problems. And we woke up the other day to find out that they have paid us since September of last year. And so I personally am a little opposed to carrying the federal government. Now, I think our credit risk is fine. I don't think we're going to lose money on this deal. But $200,000 to $300,000 is a good little chunk of interest.
Yeah.
And so what we've done is we can't stop payroll because we got to continue to pay our deputies. So we're going to slow roll the rest of our invoices for a while until they get caught up. Now, we wrote them a letter and said, you know, this really isn't working for us. We need to, and they apologized and said we were priority and hopefully we'll get our money. Again, I don't think there's no risk of the money. Yeah, they've got the documents, they just didn't process. But I mean, it's getting on up into the $300,000 range. And it's like, I'm not going to carry you guys anymore. So we're going to hold off on this Tahoe, for example, until we see some reimbursements come in. Okay. So just FYI. The one at the very top, we had a nice meeting yesterday with the county clerk and the district clerk to talk about our procedures. Basically, a long story short, I'd be happy to elaborate over lunch what happened, but basically we got hit for $6,000 on a cash bond that got paid twice. And so we reviewed our procedures and we're tightening up those to make sure that doesn't occur again. It's a convoluted process, but when someone is arrested, it puts up a cash bond and starts at the jail. And then from the jail, it goes to the district clerk or county clerk, depending on whether it's a felony or a misdemeanor. And the clerks are really in charge of that money. And they are going to be real strict about making sure the paperwork's right. And this one just, if you could sit down and write a novel of all the ways this one got derailed, you couldn't make it up. Okay, so just having said that, I wanted the court to know that we've reviewed our procedures and I think we're in good shape. Right, Sarah? Sarah, is Mrs. No? Yeah. Paperwork's not right, you're sending it back. There you go. All right, make a motion to entertain the budget amendments as presented.
I'll second.
Motion in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. What else you got, Melinda?
That's it. Desperately working on audit stuff.
Getting ready for budget already and audit.
Let me just think of one at a time. Give me a couple of weeks.
We won't start on budget until I get back from vacation, and then it's budget time. So I'm going on vacation again. April. Okay, all right, number 18, let's Brewster County Tourism.
Good morning, everybody. This is gonna be super, super short, because I got a lot of contracts, as you can see in front of you. It's busy, it's spring break. We sent an email out to all the hoteliers that we have contact for, which aren't all of them, but we're trying to build that list up better. Asking if you have any availabilities for spring break, because we're getting emails and calls saying, hey, we can't find a spot. Let us know your availabilities and we'll help them fill. We had 2 responses. So basically everybody's full. I mean, it's a great time. It is very, very busy down south. No board meeting this month because everybody is so busy. Our next show is in Dallas at the end of the month. And just as an FYI, the executive committee after our budget meeting, our first budget marketing meeting, wants to meet with you. I don't know if they've reached out yet for clarification on the $1 million budget. I told them, don't shoot the messenger. It's $1 million. I don't understand what the question is, but they want to talk to you about it. So I'm just giving you the heads up. That's it. They didn't understand. I said, we want $1 million. It's easy. But anyway, yeah, so that's it that I have, unless you have any questions. Yeah.
I have that announcement deal that you have in Marathon. The board, you probably gonna have to go move it. Oh, and move it east on that little grass island.
Huh?
Where the gas station used to be in front of that deal. Because all of a sudden they blocked off. It's been kind of a cross there, the local people.
Huh?
And they put a 40-foot container there that's kind of blocking the view of your.
Oh, I was just over there Friday trying to fix it because it's been down for a while.
They just did it yesterday.
Okay, so it went up yesterday. I'll go over and look at it. I'll probably just haul it and bring it back over here to make sure.
Well, I think you just move it just past that.
Yeah, it's not working. We're having an issue.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, I might just bring it over here and then take it back whenever, but I'll move it farther away so people can see it. I get you. The
Yeah.
line of sight is not there? Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, that's
sure
right.
thing.
I couldn't figure out what was going on, and then it took me a couple of trips back and forth, and then I finally figured out what they're blocking where people are accessing their land, come cut across.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure thing. I'll move it. Yeah, it's not working right now. We're still working on that, we got the part in.
What is the problem with the units?
It's not talking to our computer. The modem's in, we changed it. It still says it's in Colorado where the modem came from. So it's just a connectivity issue. I just got to sit over there with customer service and have them find it, the modem. And that one should work. The one here, we're still waiting on the part. It's the same part. It's the modems have went out. Yeah, they were 7 years old, something like that. So yeah, it was just kind of time. Okay. Sure thing, I'll move it for sure. Thank you.
One other issue I want to talk to the court about on tourism. Now that we've approved the resolution to close the boardwalk, and I've been holding off because I wanted to do that. What is the court's pleasure on, do we want to, people have asked me, should we put something on our website, tourism website, opposing the physical wall, building of the physical wall? And I've held off until we've approved our own resolution. There are pros and cons to that. Anybody got any thoughts on what they want to do? Do we want to make a statement about that on our tourism? We're going to stay out of that. It's not a political statement. I think it's a statement about our community. But it is using hot tax effectively money to do that. Thoughts?
I think we need to oppose it as much as we can. Whatever we decide to do. My take would be, and I tell everybody, the voices and numbers, try to get different TV stations to come out and do a deal or, we're 10,000 people in Brewster County, and you do a special on the TV in Dallas, all of a sudden 500,000 people have heard it, versus I think what everybody's doing is great, but I think still the voices and numbers. My opinion.
It's a reach, yes, I agree.
My opinion.
Are you, well, I think we could certainly put something on the website and then reference it back to the resolution we just passed.
Sure.
Something Brewster County commissioners have passed a resolution, you know, opposing the physical wall. Do you think we, I don't know that we want to do necessarily, I don't know what would be said if we used hot text to do like a radio promotion. I think that's probably getting a little outside the box.
Maybe a hair, but we could, and I've discussed this and talked about this with our public
THA.
relations team. Yeah, and I contacted THA. It's a gray area, but we could do it if need be. The issue is it's not political, but at the end of the day, it is. That's the climate that we live in right now. With our public relations firm, because I've been inundated, just bombarded with media questions, and I'm not giving a comment. I'm just staying neutral. But they wanted to use our social media platform, both chambers, public, the locals, etc. And that's not what our social media is for. It's not. If we posted something on there, it's just a fact of the day. 50% of people will like it. 50% won't, because it has become political. So we're shooting ourselves in the foot and losing half of our visitors if we do anything. If we remain neutral, it's just an item that's out there, and we answer questions because we do get emails, et cetera, coming in and all that good stuff. So we answer them directly that way, but not in a public forum. However, putting the resolution, I'd love to send me a copy of the resolution. I'll put it on our website. And actually,
I think we can just refer to
That'd
that.
be great.
If somebody calls you, I mean, I've been doing all the interviews for the county.
Mhm.
You can continue to send them to me. They've kind of died off now that this is.
Yeah, it was last week.
But, I mean, I think our official stance is this county is opposed to a physical wall, is not against border security. We very much want border security, but we believe there's a technological solution that has already been proven, that should
Already
continue
used,
on.
yeah.
So I think it's pretty straightforward.
Right.
All right, so I'll get with you. We'll put something on the site.
Sure, yeah, we're happy to put it up there. Now the resolution, I was kind of waiting for that to put up on our site, so we had something official to refer to, so.
Everybody good with that? Sarah, you, Jim?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, just want to clarify that. All right, and then you've got some contracts you want us to approve?
A whole bunch, yes, sir. Yeah, want to go down the list?
Well, Unplug, Texas Monthly, that's straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
What is IBEX, OTT-TV?
IBEX, this is actually a digital over-the-top television OTT streaming platform. This is from the marketing committee last year, the budget committee. They wanted to specifically reach out digitally to the East Coast. So they feel we haven't done enough for the East Coast. So this is a $45,000 campaign that will be on Hulu, YouTube, Amazon Prime, et cetera, all the Roku, all of the over-the-top stuff, the digital stuff. It'll be traditionally commercials and also some retargeting. In other words, they see the commercial, and if they actually engage, or in some point after that time, it's all technology based. They go and search our website, you know, and that particular IP address still pings. They'll be served up another ad again, you know, on their TV. It kind of just to kind of enforce that, hey, do you still want to go to Big Ben? So it's a campaign. IBEX is simply the company that we're working for to do this. But yeah, this is straight from the marketing committee. It's a big buy, but rather than do 10,000 with this company, 5,000 with this company, or whatever, all they wanted it on was the East Coast. So it's a one-time buy to honestly to lessen the paperwork and just do it one time. Yeah.
Is the March Madness in Austin?
Actually, that's a typo, my fault. It's not in this campaign will be running in San Antonio. They have a market in Austin, but I actually told them, no, let's just concentrate on the San Antonio market. But the events, no, it's not in there. Last year it was in San Antonio,
Okay.
but no, it's
Where is
not
the
actually.
Final Four this year, do you know? Anybody know?
Good question. I don't know.
Where's the Final Four this year?
Yeah.
What city?
1 second.
Yeah, I haven't had time to watch a single game, so yeah, I don't know.
The rest of this is pretty Texas highways, pretty straightforward. We can just do this as a package. I make a motion, we approve the contracts as presented.
I'll say.
Motion is second, discussion. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, anything else, Robert?
That's it. Unless y'all have any questions or anything.
Yeah, I'm real pleased that everybody's having a good spring break. Everything I'm hearing is, I mean, it's huge.
Right. I've been traveling around here trying to do signs and stuff, and it's just RV after campers that you can tell what's going down. It's busy. Yeah, it's nice to see. All right.
You know, I'll tell a funny story, and I have to tell this publicly. So when I first came to Big Bend, Ed Allen, who worked for me, had always told me spring break was just crazy time, right? And I said one day, I said, how do we know we're in spring break? And I mean, almost at the same time I said that, an RV came by and there was a little red wagon tied to the back and it'd come off and it was going all over the roads, slinging sparks. And he goes, that's how you know.
I haven't seen that, but close. Yeah, some folks are really loaded up.
Anyway, I'm delighted that the businesses in South County and Marathon are doing well. That's good. All right, our next meeting is on the 17th, a week from today. It's a special meeting to hear from the EMS task force that's been working on the EMS issue for North County. That'll be a joint meeting with the city and the county on the 17th at 9:30 in this room. Shouldn't take long. And then our next meeting is again on the 24th in this room. Yes, ma'am.
Judge, you had, kind of tabled, item number 9, and I knew something about that on the Big Bend Regional Hospital.
Yeah, I think she was supposed to make a presentation, wasn't she?
Right, so I got an email from her on March 5th. They're still waiting for an update on the HHSC. So so they really do not have anything to report. But she, in her email, suggested that those of us that have her on our agenda, that we do, the best course is to do something along the lines of what the city of Alpine included on its upcoming agenda. And that was to express support for the Big Bend Regional Hospital District's efforts to seek federal funding for rural healthcare initiative.
I guess I got that
I'm
memo
looking
and
at
didn't read it.
your agenda item, and it said possible action, so I don't know if you want to see my phone and see what she's.
No, that's okay. Just for the course, so the 5 counties have gotten together to try to get some of this big, beautiful bill money for rural healthcare and try to work as a group as opposed to everybody chasing $100 here and there. And that's all this is about. And that money is in the bank in Texas at 1.4 billion. And we're just waiting for Texas to release it. It appears what they're going to do is they're going to release it through the hospital districts. So there are 80 hospital districts that would be eligible for this, and they're going to release it through the hospital districts, and then it'll go out from there. The only catch is we've gone out and gotten sort of a 5-county area to work together, which we thought was pretty innovative and still do. The problem is that only us and Presidio County are in a hospital district. So if they carve it up just by 1/80th, we're going to get proportionally less for the rest of our counties. I don't know, but they haven't made a provision of how they're going to deal with rural counties that don't have hospital districts. So I think we're going to be okay, but we're trying to get to Senator Colhurst, who is the chairman of the Health and Human Services Committee, to say, hey, think about us when you're handing out the money. Don't forget about the little guys out here in West Texas. So I think I think we're all in support of this, because it's going to be good for Marathon Clinic, Terlingua Clinic, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
She also mentioned, Judge, excuse me for interrupting, that once she does hear from Health and Human Services, then they'll come back around to all of us with the MOU agreements.
Okay.
And the other necessary.
I don't think I need to take action today. I think we're all in agreement that we support this, and I'll let Lynette, know that we support it. Anything that brings dollars to our rural health community, we're for. This is not matching either, so it just comes straight into our coffers. This is good. Okay, if nothing else, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This court's adjourned.